let's talk about self-discipline. We all want more of it, right? But what if I told you that everything we've been taught, to hustle harder, find more motivation, just force it, is actually the very thing setting us up to fail? We're going to dive into a completely different way of thinking about it.
It sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? We're always told that willpower is the key, but just think about it for a second. How many times have you started something new, full of energy and excitement, only to completely burn out a week later? Yeah, me too. That's because relying on pure willpower is a trap.
This feeling is just so familiar. We try to brute force change. We binge motivational content, we make these insane workout plans, or we swear we're going to write a novel in a month. And then, when we inevitably can't keep up, we blame ourselves. We think, I'm just not disciplined enough. But listen, the problem isn't you, it's the method. It's just a broken method.
Okay, so this lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got what we can call loud discipline. It's flashy, it's intense, and it runs completely on the fuel of motivation. The problem is, it's an all-or-nothing game, and it almost always ends in burnout. But on the right, we have silent discipline. This is totally different. It's not about hype or intensity. It's about building quiet, repeatable systems that work even on the days you feel awful. And that's the secret to making it last.
So, the big question is, how do we actually build this silent, sustainable discipline? Well, it all boils down to a framework of 5 simple but really powerful rules. These rules shift our focus away from brute force and towards smart, quiet consistency.
And here they are, the 5 pillars. First, you make a promise so small it's almost laughable. You literally can't break it. Second, and this one is a total game changer, you forget about the goal and focus on the person you want to become. Third, you have to design your environment to do the heavy lifting for you. Fourth, it's absolutely crucial to forgive yourself immediately if you slip up. No guilt trips. And finally, you reward yourself for the effort, not just the result.
To really get how these rules work in the real world, let's zoom in on what might be the most powerful one of them all. That shift from outcomes to identity.
This quote just nails the idea perfectly. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. Think about that. A marathon is a one-time thing. It has a finish line. But an identity, being a runner, that's about who you are every day. It's a completely different way of seeing things, and it makes all the difference.
So here's the core of it. Every single time you perform a small action, you're casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. You meditate for 1 minute, boom, you just cast a vote for being a mindful person. You write 1 sentence, that's a vote for being a writer. These tiny little votes add up over time, and they slowly but surely build your new identity.
Now I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds a little small, a little too quiet. How can meditating for 1 minute or writing 1 sentence actually lead to some massive transformation? The answer is the absolute magic of compounding. What do you think this number is? This is what happens if you get just 1% better every single day for a year. That's it, just 1%. At the end of that year, you aren't 65% better. No, you are nearly 38 times better than when you started. That is the explosive, mind-blowing power of small, consistent gains. And that, right there, is the whole secret. Loud discipline is always searching for that huge 30x leap in one go, and it fails. Silent discipline understands that real, lasting change is built from the quiet, almost invisible interest earned on those tiny promises you keep to yourself, day after day after day. Okay, so this all makes sense, but how do you actually put it into practice? Like right now, today. Let's make this real. Let's talk about your first quiet step. Here's your action plan. First, pick something and make a promise so small you literally cannot say no, like just putting on your running shoes. That's it. Second, decide who you want to be, a runner, a writer. Then make it easy for yourself. Put the shoes right by the door. Put the notepad on your pillow. And look, if you miss a day, don't spiral into guilt. Just get back to it tomorrow. And finally, celebrate the act of just showing up. Give yourself credit for that. So, I'll leave you with this question. This isn't about changing your entire life by midnight. It's about taking one tiny, almost silent step. So what quiet promise will you make to yourself today?